Hello, friends. A story from the category Cozy Warm Phone Calls with Relatives in Putin's Russia. A caring grandmother persuades her granddaughter to go to war in Ukraine.
Я на СВО не пойду.
А почему ты боишься?
Я боюсь.
Помогать парням.
What an ungrateful girl. If you don't want to support the boys, at least help your grandmother. After all, the plan is to cash in on your death.
А как ты рассматриваешь меня туда?
Ну как там тебя научат, как с ними, чего, как беседы проводить, чем заниматься? А что их бояться? Они там лежат больные, им нужна помощь. Я тебе вот прислала, там есть телефоны, позвони, проконсультируйся. Что они предлагают, какая работа, где работа.
My dear, that's really not the point. Just sign the contract first. They'll figure out how to use you later. The money matters most right now, more than even one's own granddaughter.
Хорошо. Мне страшно.
А что тебе страшно?
Ты меня пугаешь.
With such a caring grandmother, even any enemies seem like a minor inconvenience. Absolutely unique case in the politics of late Putinism. At the Samara Regional Duma, a local deputy publicly demanded an immediate end to the war against Ukraine, called for an apology, and urged officials to openly admit defeat, because the war has clearly been lost and none of the goals have been achieved.
Чтобы незамедлительно прекратить войну в Украине, депутаты должны разделить с президентом Путиным ответственность за провал СВО. Цели СВО сегодня не достигнуты, но их и невозможно достигнуть в принципе. Мы не можем победить Украину, водрузить знамя победы на здании Рады в Киеве, например. Мы воюем уже не с Украиной, а с союзом стран НАТО. Кроме того, более 80 стран и общественных организаций поддерживают Украину в ее войне с Россией. А нас страны, которые можно пересчитать на пальцах одной руки. Война – это война экономик. А экономика России, которая составляет 2% от всемирного валового продукта, по определению не может победить экономику стран НАТО, которая составляет более 50% ВВП.
Who cares about their 50% of global GDP? We've got victories on charts, negative growth, and an unbeatable doctrine. If we can't win the war, then the war is simply a loyalty test. Equipment? What equipment? We're proudly converting to livestock logistics, donkeys, horses, and benches on wheels, all according to the sacred standards of the world's second army.
Продолжение СВО превращается в перемалывание человеческих жизней и судеб, иррациональной траты денежных ресурсов и материальных ценностей. Более того, дальнейшее продолжение гибридной войны ведет к моральной деградации участников конфликта и в целом нации, поскольку пропагандистская ложь, смерть, ежедневное убийство сотен граждан становится обычным явлением, что ведет к разрушению общечеловеческих моральных ценностей.
And what do you think the deputies he spoke in front of did next? They wouldn't even let him finish. They heckled him, booed him, and in the end filed a collective report against him with the prosecutor's office for discrediting the army. News with pure lipstick on a pig energy. The illegitimate old fart keeps pretending Russian weapons are still in demand.
Экспортные контракты в целом устойчиво выполнялись. Российская продукция военного назначения за прошедший год была поставлена более чем в 30 стран мира.
I don't get it. Why are you laughing at him? Have Somalia, Congo, and Burundi stopped being considered countries? Steven Seagal is a Hollywood actor who decided to reboot his career not in a studio but in Russia. He moved there, got cozy with the Kremlin, and publicly supported the annexation of Crimea and the war against Ukraine. Now for the news, he's shut down all his projects and put his mansion up for sale in the Moscow Oblast. What's wrong, Steven? Did they cut your little fees? And how are those films about the heroic deeds of Russian soldiers in the Donbass going? How many people showed up in theaters? 0? Friends, now is the perfect moment to hit the like button. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. Thank you. An elite Putin-era assault unit returns from a combat mission on horseback.
Это наши штурмовики возвращаются после задания. Вот Гера. Здорово, брат.
This is what the threatening second strongest army in the world really looks like. Late Putinism assault troops. Remember that story about the reliable wooden supports in Murmansk, the ones that looked more like gallows than utility poles? Well, they've ended up breaking, and right now Severomorsk and Murmansk are back in blackout mode again.
Хочу показать, в каких условиях мы живем благодаря нашей замечательной управляющей компании. Парит подъезд, вода льется кипяток, морозов не было, было нечем дышать. Сейчас у нас просто зима в подъезде. Вот мы заходим в подъезд. Здравствуйте. Вот такие вот у нас ледяные грибы растут.
Wow. Along with meals of weeds and birch bark in late Putinism, thanks to ever-rising taxes, Russians have now discovered a brand new dish, ice mushrooms.
Перила, ступенечки. Вот как. Вот такая у нас красота на потолке. Двери открываешь, а на тебя все сыпется. И опять-таки ничего в подъезде не видно.
Is that really a problem? The only thing that matters is that your eyes can always see Russian TV clearly and your ears can hear that people in other countries supposedly live even worse. The price of Russian oil for Indian buyers has collapsed to $25 per barrel when shipped from Russian ports. Just a reminder, the federal budget was calculated based on a price of $59 per barrel. A special hello to all the public sector workers who helped deliver the right election result. Wishing you good spirits and, above all, good health. Cutting-edge development technologies in the richest country in the world. In the city of Nakodka, utility workers fixed a rotten, rusty pipe by hammering a wooden stump into it so it wouldn't leak. No need to thank us, dear residents. It ended up costing you $200. In Moscow, at the security checkpoint of the main building of Roskomnadzor, Putin's key agency responsible for internet censorship, a 16-year-old student killed a Roskomnadzor employee who was in charge of blocking websites. The victim, Alexei Belyaev, had worked at Roskomnadzor since 2011 and served as a deputy head of the department overseeing website bans and internet throttling. Well, people did warn you that blocking Roblox was a bad idea, a story from the Putin-style comfort category. In the entrance hall of a high-rise building in Norilsk, a hero liberator has been living for more than a week. Sleeping on the floor, using the floor as a toilet, and drinking alcohol right there in the same spot. The stench is unbearable. People can't even open the building's front door. This is no longer just unpleasant. It's a serious sanitation and public health threat to everyone, especially children. Do something about him. Dear residents, this problem has arisen because you are not chipping in for drones for the Ukrainian armed forces. And those residents of the high-rise building who do chip in for drones, in principle, never encounter a problem like this. Antonio Guterres said the United Nations would collapse if member states stopped paying their annual contributions. But why keep paying if the UN can't stop a war that's been going on for 4 years? He didn't say. It seems the only thing Guterres is seriously worried about is that the money keeps coming in. Friends, thank you for being here and for continuing to support me. Ukraine is currently facing severe cold, and due to constant shelling from my country, people there urgently need help. If you're willing to support fundraising for heaters and generators, I'll leave a trusted link in the description. I also want to say that I'm currently saving money to study in Europe. So if you'd like to support my dream, I invite you to join my Patreon. For just $3 a month, you'll get 24-hour early access to new videos, exclusive content you won't find anywhere else, direct communication with me, and much more. A huge thank you as well to everyone supporting the channel through Buy Me a Coffee. Know that in heaven, a special place has already been prepared for you. Right now, I have 80 incredible patrons. Please, let's hit 90. Not saying goodbye. See you very soon.